Good morning, you guys. Unicorn fan here. So today we're gonna be talking about, is salvation by faith alone or by faith plus works? So what I mean is that the question is, for every for every believer and most people as well, is salvation through faith alone or through faith plus human works? So, state another way, pretty much example, am I saved by trusting in Jesus, or do I have to believe in Jesus in addition do certain things? So, every day, many groups point to mostly water baptism as a work that must be added to faith for salvation, aka if you're not baptized, you're not saved, which is one of the most, by far, the um not so helpful tips when it comes to wondering if you are saved. So some go even further. You must be baptized by the right minister, using the right method, saying the right words. You must be able to speak in tongues to be saved, which is by far the most worst thing that you can never tell anybody, because that is not how it goes. So many passages of the Bible teach that salvation through faith alone, not faith plus works. As it says in Ephesians 2:8 through 9, for example, it clearly is worded, "It is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast." So the great importance is the word grace, which means it refers to God's blessing towards us, the undeserving, since we all deserve to go to hell. The very idea of grace negates all attempts to earn salvation. Paul makes that argument when teaching on God's choosing of the remnant of Israel. Since it is through God's kindness, then it is not by their good works. For in that case, God's grace would not be what it really is, free and undeserved, which it says in Romans 11:6. So other passages also teach about salvation through faith alone, which includes Acts 16:31, Romans 3:28, Galatians 2:16, Ephesians 1:13, and Philippians 3:9. So there are a few passages that at first seem to teach salvation through faith plus works. One such is James 2:24, which appears to say that you see that a person is considered righteous by what they do and not by faith alone. This apparent problem is solved by examining the whole of James' argument in this epistle. James is refuting the idea that a person can have saving faith without producing any good works. Genuine faith in Christ, James says, will produce a changed life and result in good works, as it says in James 2:20, verse 26. James is not saying that justification is by faith plus works, but that a person who is truly justified by faith will have good works in his or her life. The works are an outward show of genuine faith